Hello everybody, and welcome back to the last horse of the session, Eximious. I don't think I'm going to pronounce that until proven otherwise. I do like Exceed and Excel as a sire, I really do, top stallion. It's from watching all this Australian racing, I think. Esticama, the dam of it. You'll see there that this one here took a bit of a step forward of 19. Its first to its second start. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? We've not had many go bigger than that. And that's what caught my eye about the horse, really. It's a Highclere Thoroughbred charity horse, where all proceeds will go to Marie Curie. So this horse here, I think it's quite interesting. It's from a Juddmonte family, from a Shadwell family, really. Shadwell, really. I'm sure Juddmonte have had a go on it as well. The main part of it that we're looking at immediately is really a Shadwell pedigree. It's one that's flattered to deceive me, really. I've tried to follow horses on this pedigree before. I mean, people go back to it really. They're looking at the third dam of it. And the third dam of this horse, Wissal, is also out of Wasner, and Wasner is the dam of Bari, dual Group 1 winner. And also it was third in the 1995 Irish 2,000 guineas. The second dam, though, to her credit, Athara, she actually was a listed race winner herself as well. You know, and also there's a stallion that was actually a champion New Zealand 2-year-old sire, was Bari's half brother, who's only won a Group 2 race called Bahari, and that was actually champion New Zealand sire of 2-year-olds. So people could argue that horse was a better stallion than what Bari was, really. Then people go back to the fifth dam of it, Highest Trump, which is one that does pop up every now and again in pedigree still to this day. As the third or fourth dam of it. She's actually the fifth dam here. She was the champion 2-year-old filly in Ireland in 1974, and she was also third in the 1975 Irish 1,000 guineas. You know, there's decent stallions on this line as well. Highest Trump is also the third dam, a 4-time Group 1 winning stallion, Quality Road, and sire of sires. It has to be said, he sired a lot of stallions. And she is also the second dam of the 1997 Country Club American Oaks winner, Agena, or Carbine Club American Oaks winner, whatever the race is called, Agena. You know, so it's a pedigree that with a few bits and bobs on. If people go to like the long range pedigree, as I like to call it, they'll see that this line here, 13C, is one where there's been a lot going on throughout time, really, of racing. So we've been on it before, horses like Sindar bit we've been on before, with a couple probably in this project already that are related to Darshan. People can get back to Torzima in 1939. They're on the Darshan line. And Enzeli Estimate Gold Cup line as well. Sindar. You know, the Fabiola as well, an Argentinian 2,000 guineas winner. There's a fair stallion out there. There's a few bits really. You know, Seattle Slew, legendary horse, Triple Crown winner of 1977, Lomond as well. You know, it's a good line. Mr. Prospector. You know, this is a line that has defined a lot of late 20th century horse racing through the stallions such as that, Mr. Prospector, Seattle Slew. There's been some very nice horses on this line through the years. I even spotted a Candy Ride on it earlier as I was scrolling down. People need to be careful because the bold horses will obviously draw you to horses. There's Elusive Quality as well down there. Not a bad horse in France, good stallion. There's others as well. As people scroll down, you see there's Dahlia, one of the great fillies of the 1970s. Rail Link, I said Juddmonte would have had a go, wouldn't I? Juddmonte's horse there. Rail Link, the art winner. People might have spotted Candy Ride better than me. You know, I'm looking for it, but I can't see it now. There it is. You know, that won some top races, and there's a brilliant stallion in America. Yes, this is a line that if you can get on 13C and get on to one of the dams quite close to it, maybe. It's hard to really say which one because they all have a little bit going on. Wissal is definitely one. That is one as well. Wajed, W-A-J-D. Some people will see that in pedigrees now that can get you back to Dahlia quite closely. People will see that. You've just really got to look. You maybe have to, if you don't see him on the 5th dam, you need to sort of go back. If you see any time anyone fancies a horse, I would recommend that they look at this site. Give you that, and then you've got a sort of rough idea of where you are, and then it's just how close can you get to the ones that. Vagrancy was obviously a very good mare as well at 1939, but you're going to be looking at horses in the 70s and 80s that you might find in the pedigree of your horse that you were looking at. If you can see a 13C, it's just a matter of how close you can get to maybe Questing in 2009. That must be a modern day one. You know, but it's a sort of line that you really do need to pay attention to. Quite difficult to do that because a lot of the mares that were very good on it are quite old, and the best horses on this line are stallions. You know, so we're on a totally different dam line with every horse they breed. You know, is it a stallion line? Hard to say. There's a 1939 Oaks winner there at Kentucky Oaks. If people look at it, does seem to be more tourbillon there. That was a good stallion as well in the 30s, the 40s. People just need to look at France Gallop and see that. It might be one for colts rather than fillies. Hard to say. It takes two pieces to make a puzzle. If you get a 13C colt that you like the look of, it'd be impossible to put anybody off it. Especially one this is a filly that's improved £19. So 19, well, we're going to say pound. I think they use pound. 19 RPRs, whatever they are. Right, let's have a look at the horse and then we'll log off.
Still 4. Ready now. And they're off and racing. Always a fascinating race, and Starsight's blown the start very badly. This is the Bob McCreary Memorial British EBF Quidhampton Maiden Filly Stakes race, and away well Quantum Light together with Hana Sakura, and another one well away was Bright Side Girl, and these three settled down with the early lead. Honeymooners right up on the outside flank, tracking the leaders, getting plenty of cover, the likes of High Spirited and Peony travelling particularly well early on. Just in behind those, both Koshi and Keep Me Stable. With that, those two is Eximious at the back of that main group, and tailed off completely is Starside, having blown the start. Moving then downhill and approaching the closing stages then of what is always an informative race. And Quantum Light leads narrowly from Hana Sakura alongside virtually. Bright Side Girl comes next. Peony still travelling fine just off the pace. Look for Eximious on the wide outside, now pumped along together with Honeymooner. High Spirited's going for the rail gap over on the far side, and Keep Me Stable is next, trying to pick up as they head right across the track. Furlong and a half left to go. Wide open race, although Eximious is now finding top stride down the outside together with Peony. Honeymooners run well. Weakening now is Quantum Light, and then comes High Spirited, but Eximious it is under Jack Mitchell, coming now clear from Peony in second place. A most distinguished second run for Eximious, who wins well. Peony second. Up for third place was Koshin, ran with promise, and then Quantum Light.
Eximious has won really well. That was a quick-fire double across the card for Roger Varian.
Yep, nothing really else to say apart from that. That was a nice performance at Quick and Well. It got a lovely run though, didn't it? You know, when they unleash them to the outside, you know they're not interested in getting blocked in and messing about, don't you? Yeah, that was a good performance from Eximious, and I think with the pedigree that we've just seen, there might be a fair chance it make into a pattern horse. Whether it'll make into a classic horse or not remains to be seen. There'd be a long way to go, wouldn't there? It is a nice horse in its own right, and I think it definitely warrants a place on the list at this stage. But if it was to fall short, it'd be one I wouldn't be surprised, because I've had them fall short before on this line. Not out of Esty Carmen before. I don't think I've tried that one before. But I know I've had Athara and Whistles before. And we'll have to see how this one gets on.